Welcome to Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Late Late Show. I'm your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. Please sit down, relax. Allow me to give you a little foot massage. Maybe not. It is a great day for America, everybody, especially if you're a Supreme Court Justice. Although every day is a great day if you're a Supreme Court Justice, because you got a job for life. You don't think, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do, what's happening next year, you know, are there going to be any more cases? You're in, that's it. And you can go to work in your robe. You just fall out of bed and up Capitol Hill and there you are. Anyway, it's a great day for America because today, at the Supreme Court, the trial of the century begins. I know it's only 6 years into the century, but I confidently predict this is the trial of the century. Yes, the Anna Nicole Smith inheritance case. Today reaches the Supreme Court. We'll see how the scales of justice handle this one. We'll see how they handle it. I know I'm creeped out by me too. Here's this. Now, listen. If you don't know the story, here it is. If you missed the tabloid magazine, if you haven't been in a supermarket for the last 10 years, quick reminder. Here's what happens: Anna Nicole Smith, topless dancer, marries oil tycoon J.R. Hootenanny II or something. No, that we got a photo. Let's have a look at a photograph of the couple. Have we got? There they are. That's when he. That's when he was 89 and she was 26. And he died the following year. He made a year, come on! A year! And now she's fighting his son. So she's the stepmom, which is kind of weird. But anyway, she's fighting his son for the $1.6 billion family fortune. $1.6 billion, that's a lot of money. Especially when it's scrunched up in $1 bills. And you scrunch that amount of money and tuck it in your panties, that's a lot of... No wonder her ass looked fat. I mean, oh my God, I digress. Anyway, I don't know about this case going to the Supreme Court. This, I believe, is an attack on the Institute of Marriage. You know, it is. You know, why? You know, the sacred union of stripper and old oil man, why is it being dragged through the mud of the Supreme Court? Why? What happened to sanctity of the strip club? What happened? What happened to stripper client privilege? What? Anna Nicole apparently is, well, not apparently, she is. She's trying to get either her rightful inheritance or her ill-gotten gains, depending on, you know, your perspective. And it's difficult for me to be impartial about this. I've got to be honest, because I once dated an 89-year-old oil tycoon. I did. Rump Trousers, his name was. He was a gentle lover. Oh, man. Now I really have creeped me out. Anyway, now, listen, if you're ever in this situation with an old oil tycoon relative, and I know a lot of us have old oil tycoon relatives, if you're in this situation, be proactive before it gets to court. When Grandpa starts, you know, spending a lot of time at Crazy Girls, keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him. I mean, no disrespect to the girls in the lap dance profession, but I have to say, I think some of them are just in it for the money. I know most are in it for the art, but there's a few bad apples. Apples or melons, or a few bad apples are giving this fine profession a bad name. There are. You know who you are. Mandy with the eye dotted with the little smiley face. You have to think, though, that for the stripper, for the lap dancer, the octogenarian oil man coming in, the octogenarian billionaire is, in fact, the big break. It's the perfect storm. When the octogenarian shuffles in a walker into the strip club, you say, there he is. There he is, my knight in shining orthopedic shoes. The lap of the old oil man's not just a lap, it's a lap of luxury. It's a life you've never dreamed of. Edison said, one of the greatest Americans ever, Edison said that most people don't recognize opportunity because when it shows up, it's wearing overalls and it looks like work, right? That's what he said, and he's right. In this case, though, opportunity shows up wearing dentures and smells like Bengay, but it's very similar. I'll get this out of my system and then we never have to talk about it again. I think the family, though, have to take a little bit of blame here. You know, I mean, they were obviously paying no attention to this old fella because they wouldn't know how serious the relationship was getting. If they knew the guy, they would have known he was going to get married to this girl. You know, this girl, somewhat girl, I don't know, maybe. I mean, if they were really involved, shouldn't someone said, "Grandpa, you can go for the lap dances, but don't marry the stripper." My mother used to say, "Why buy a cow when you can get lap dances for $20? Why?" Anyway, Anna Nicole, I'll get it out of my system. We never have to talk about it again. Anna Nicole and JR, they had a love that could not be denied. They eloped. They actually decided to elope. This is true. They decided to elope. And climbing out the bedroom window on the tied bed sheets, that's not easy when you're 89. Even if you're on the ground floor, it's not easy. Wait, I want to go back. I want to see Larry King. Too late. I don't know, though. Shouldn't the old man, I mean, you think of this, shouldn't the old man, shouldn't he spend the fortune the way he wants? It's his money, you know? I mean, if he wants to spend his money that way, in tribal cultures, right? In tribal cultures, the oldest man is considered the wise elder of the tribe. And if the wisest, you know, if the oldest man says the wisest thing you can do is marry a stripper, maybe we should all do it. I just offer it up. I offer it up. Who's to say they weren't in love? No, I mean, seriously, who's to say they weren't in love? I mean, no, come on, no, who? Who's to say they weren't in love? I mean, this May I'll be 44 years old. 44. I am now reaching an age that I'm beginning to have sympathy when old guys date young women. I'm seeing their side of it now. I used to be going, "Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, no, she's just in it for the money." Oh, and I had a lot of stuff to say about it, but now I'm like, well... If the girl's in it for the money, who cares? You know, they both get what they want. I get to date an attractive woman who makes me feel young and sassy. And she gets to date a creepy older guy who works late shift. That's fine. A lot of girls like that. Listen, not long ago, I mean, in history, in historical terms, not long ago, all marriages were about money. This romance and marriage thing is new. You know, all marriages used to be about money in the olden days. Actually, according to my ex-wife and her dream legal team, it's still about money. I'd like to submit the following evidence. 12:30 on CBS. Back off, lady! In the past, back in the olden day, the wife's family gave the groom's family a dowry. They gave money. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? But marriages were business arrangements. They were about combining fortunes. They were about making things... It was about, you know, creating dynasties. In 15th century Spain, the country, was created by... the marriage of Isabella of Castile and Ferdinand of Aragon. It was created... And now, I know what you're thinking. It's another late-night talk show host talking about the creation of Spain as a country through a marriage of convenience. I know. Bear with me. But there have been great marital unions in history. Caesar and Cleopatra. Kennedy and the Schwarzeneggers. Barnes and Noble. Head and Shoulders, Will and Grace, Ben and Jerry, Kibbles and Bits, I don't know. The list is endless. Guns N' Roses. Anyway, what I'm saying is that I don't think this case should have been brought to the Supreme Court at all. I think really it's not. It should not be at the Supreme Court. I know how to settle this case. A dance-off. Bear with me. A dance-off between Anna Nicole Smith and J.R.'s son. J.R. Hootenanny's son, you know. We'll not have Dancing with the Stars. It'll be lap dancing with the Supreme Court. I think it'll work. Perfect for Fox. Fox would eat it up. I tell you one thing's absolutely for sure. You know Clarence Thomas wants a lap dance. You know he does.
Worldwide